So Nigeria, I mean, since the day started, we have been at the Victor Atta International Airport, capturing the arrival of Super Eagles, the technical team, and everybody that's meant to do battle for Nigeria in the crucial World Cup qualifier, Nigeria versus Rwanda and South Africa versus Nigeria. However, that's not the biggest question. The biggest question is, what do the Super Eagles need to do to ensure that they get maximum 6 points across this qualifying series? And to answer that question, I have Kelvin Ekerete standing under the rain with me to talk about this. Kelvin, let's just go through this first of all.
Okay.
Under Jose Pesero, we got 2 points from a possible 6. A draw with Lesotho and a draw with Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Under Finidi George, we got 1 point from a possible 6. A draw with South Africa in Uyo.
Yes.
And also a loss to Benin Republic. Now, under Eric Shell, we got 3 points in Rwanda, 2-0 against the Amavubi that were playing on Saturday, and we also got a draw, a late draw against Zimbabwe. They equalized in the dying minutes of the game here. So we have 4 points under Eric Shell. Before we proceed on what we need to do, if the Super Eagles do not qualify for the World Cup, who do you put, which of these 3 coaches do you put the blame on?
That's a very tough question. That's very tough, because so I'm going to blame all of those coaches. See, we can't blame all of those coaches without also blaming the Nigeria Football Federation. So I think when Jose Pesero was still the coach, he was uncertain about his position. Right? Am I still going to be on this job? And see, no fault of his. We didn't play well. We played against very, very weak teams and ended up not winning. But the fact that he was also uncertain about his position is a problem. Then we got Finidi George that didn't have a lot of support from the NFF. Remember, the first one I talked about, he was uncertain about his position. Then when Finidi was given the job, we all know, in case people from outside don't know, we journalists know that he didn't get the kind of support that he wanted from the federation. So that is also a federation thing. Then federation brought in Eric Shell. We don't have a problem with that. It got us a good result, but we were very disappointed when we allowed them score almost out there. We expected him to bring in, a normal coach will bring in defenders, defensive midfielders to kind of like assist the tired legs. But he decided to bring in a striker, and almost at the end of the game, we were here celebrating when that goal entered, and we just put our hands on our head that this is over. Because if we had won that game, I know you want to come in. If we had won that game, then it would have been easy. So where would the blame go? Everybody. The NFF, the coaches, all of the coaches, all 3 of them.
So let me just plug this in here before we go far. First of all, the most winnable games we had in this series were the games that were coached by Jose Pesero. We had no business drawing Lesotho here, and we had no business drawing Zimbabwe away from. Worst case scenario, let's even assume we played away from home. We should have gotten 4 points. We should have gotten 4 points from the games coached by Jose Pesero. Now, the sincere truth is, the last person I'm going to blame is okay. So to me, the first coach to blame if we don't qualify is Jose Pesero, because he had our easiest games. Now, I will never blame Finidi George if we don't qualify, and let me explain why. The 2 toughest games in the qualifying series were coached by Finidi George. Let me explain. Nigeria, South Africa, from the moment the fixtures were announced, was the toughest game on paper. Nigeria, Benin Republic, coached by our former coach, and our next door neighbors is always.
Aside from being a former coach, he has about 80% of the players that are currently playing in this team.
He gave them debuts for Nigeria.
And he still coached them some couple of years ago.
And not just that, once it's Nigeria, Benin Republic, all bets are off. I know we have won more times, but it's always a feisty derby. So, Finidi George coached our 2 toughest games. Fact, right? So, to me, if we now do not qualify again, the next person after Jose Pesero I will blame is the current head coach. And let me explain. Right now, let's say we got 4 points for Jose Pesero, so he's to blame primarily, but now the person that's going to coach the most amount of games is
Eric Shell.
Now, 3 points against Rwanda set us on a very, very good position. Right? If he refreshed his defense and defensive midfield after we got the Osimhen goal, we would possibly have left this place with 6 points.
Perfect we needed position. Just 1-0.
Perfect position. Now we have 4 more games to play. So let's say he stays coach throughout. He would have coached 6 games, right? Nigeria, Rwanda that we're going to play here it's a compulsory win and not just a 1-0
100%.
win. Your only chance is you need to get at least a 2 or a 3-0 win.
Yeah.
Show ambition, show that you are interested.
Yeah.
Right? Against South Africa, we have no choice. We are condemned to win.
So why I think the South African game favors us is because we have let's not even talk about the fact that we have better players, which is the truth. We have better players than South Africa. Another very important one is that I know for a certain that the South African turf at the Free Star Stadium, the stadium will be playing in Bloemfontein, right?
Yes.
Has the kind of things that our players, the place they kind of want to play.
Like to excel in, yes, true.
The pitch is just like that of, I won't say it's as good as Old Trafford or the Emirates, but that's the kind of condition they are used to. So I just feel that we can go there, get a win. In South Africa, when did these people become tough for us?
Fact is, when we play South Africa, it's always in a battle, right?
It's always a battle, but it's the battle we should win easily because we've got better players.
Okay, so now we've clarified. On your part, you say you blame. Okay, sorry. And one more thing that
blame the players.
And one more thing I have to add. Yes, let me just say that, right? I mean, football is not mathematics, right? And again, I'll say this. And there's no minnows and there are no small children in football anymore. But still, even with a coach's hand behind his back and his eyes tied, the quality we parade in the Super Eagles should have given us more points than we currently have. So as much as I have selected the coaches I will blame, the players have to also stand up and be counted.
And I think there's a place of owning up.
No. So it's not a place of even blaming the players. It's a place of saying, guys, I'm at this point in my career. My neighbor is this point in his career. For a lot of these players, this is their last opportunity to play at the FIFA World Cup, right? This is Ekon's last opportunity.
It's 32.
Yes, and a lot of them, this is their last opportunity. Fact. So even with a coach not doing what he should do, we have enough quality to have gotten way more points than we currently have. So as much as I blame it, I feel at the feet of the coaches, I think our players should, and they've said it over and over again. Even the captain has owned up and say we want to go for the win and show that we deserve to be here. But away from the current results that we have at the moment, let me ask this vital question.
Okay.
We beat Rwanda 2-0.
Yeah.
In Kigali. They are coming here, right? Do you think? 15 players are in camp at the moment.
Yeah.
Sterling Nwabali is
expected later today.
Expected. We still have the stars that had to round up their transfer dealings, and Victor Osimhen and the rest meant to come in morning and early afternoon tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you think the Super Eagles will fly on Saturday here?
So
and what do we need to do to fly?
So what we need to do to fly is, when you hear coaches say, "Oh, let's stay humble, let's be humble, let's play," I think we should play with pride.
Yes.
What we should play with is pride. No disrespect to Rwanda, but you can't match any of their players with our players.
Fact.
The best player playing for the Rwanda national team is not. You can't compare that player to the worst player playing for the Super Eagles. So that should also count because you play with big boys every time.
Yes.
So it shouldn't even take you a long time to kind of like come in together, assimilate the gameplay, and go on the pitch and perform. But this is the truth, right? This is what I think. We've been playing too shy. We've been playing too humble. Let's go to that pitch. Let's play with pride. Let's have our shoulders high. When our shoulders are high, when Thierry Henry used to play, he never played the massive, he never fidgeted when he's on the pitch. Play with confidence. And that's what we want from every 11 player plus all of the players on the bench. And we also need these guys, people that are going to be here to make noise. Because no. So, some things has to be said. Because
Nigerian fans are very silent. We know Nigerian fans are silent.
When you are in Uyo, Abuja, or something, the only time you hear Nigerian fans
is when there's a goal or a near miss.
Or a near miss. But when we are not scoring, you're probably gisting with your babe. You're probably sipping on one or two things, right? But we need to be loud all through. Let's do it like Borussia Dortmund, guys.
Okay, so to me, right, we have seen some changes. In the team. We've seen Victor Boniface dropped from the team, being that he's sorting out he just sorted out his transfer issues
to Werder
Bremen. We saw Igor Obu drop from the team too, and we saw a return for Chidozie Awazie. We have also seen a final important game invite given to Cyril Dessers. Right? On the spot, if you have to pick a starting 11 without watching the training based on the team list invited, how would you start this game? Kelvin, let's go. Center defense.
Formation
first.
from the formation, let's do a 4-3-3.
Okay.
I'll go with our regular goalkeeper, number 1 goalkeeper. Then, despite the fact that it's considered a lot this season, right? Nwabali stays.
Okay.
The regular defense line. Ola Eno, Trus Ekong, Calvin Bassi, and we have Bruno Yemachi. In midfield, we have Frank Onyeka, Wilfred Ndidi. Come on.
It don't choke you. It don't choke you.
I need to slot.
Go again.
No, in midfield, right?
I'm waiting.
I need Ndidi, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, and Alex Iwobi for creativity. Then up front, of course, Ademola Lookman, Victor Osimhen, as well as the new Fulham man, Kelvin Samuel Chukwueze. Okay,
so that's the formation selected by Kelvin Ekerete. Let me try on my own part to try to draw up a formation and how I think they are going to play. I want to believe that Rick Shell is not going to attempt to use the ill-fated formation from the Chan and competition.
No, let's not talk about Chan. That's water under the bridge.
Okay, let us leave Chan. If I am to start this game, I, however, this time will not be starting with a back 4 because I've learned over time that all of our defenders are way better when they are 3 at the back, not 4.
So you want us to use wing backs?
No, yes. So I am going to start with Ekong, Calvin Bassi, and Chidozie Awaziem. The 3 of them starting at the same time. You get, and then for wing back, you understand? I started 3 of them at the exact same time. Then instead of going with this thing, you understand? Yes. So no, 3 at the back. Ola stays. You understand? Then all I'm going to change, which they can use to flog me, is I am going to play Moses Simon as
a left wing back.
I'll play Moses Simon as left wing back. Ola stays in his right wing back.
Okay.
I'll explain that along the way, but I am going for 5 in midfield and 2 up front.
Okay.
Right. So I have 2 of the midfielders. Already in Moses Simon and Ola. In midfield, I'm going to have Frank Onyeka permanently stationed there as my starting number 4.
Let's see that.
Then going forward, the 2 other options I'm going to start with Alex Iwobi, and the last person I'm going to then put Uche Christantus because of the threat he also has going forward. And then I'm going to start with a midfield with an attacking duo of Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman. Now, Victor Osimhen has the freedom to be the top 9. Lookman has the freedom to run off balls from him. Chukwueze is on the bench. Simon and Ola Aina provide speed and cover. They can also beat a man, place a cross. So I basically have Lookman operating on either side, either left or right in a front two. I expect he's going to play more on the right hand side to play along with Ola Aina, while Moses Simon is going to have to put in a hell of a job, a yeoman's job to make that happen, because I need more attacking players here and I need security for my defense. I'm more comfortable if from the AFCON under Jose Peseiro. Our central defenders are always happier when they are 3, because as much as we have it, we may not have the fastest central defender. Okay, I know Calvin very fast, but bros them don't they advance. We have to ensure that we protect
safety.
Them. But that's what I am going to go for if it was me.
But question, if it was you, in all honesty, because see, I want to just pick a bit of holes, right?
Let's go,
I know Chris Santos has not really played under Shell. Shell is a new coach. Chris Santos is very exciting for a lot of you that are going to be seeing him in the Premier League. Very explosive player, but for the national team, not proven. Then you're putting
2 games.
2 games. But
2 games. Russia and the final against Jamaica.
Hey, looking at him, right? You look at what are Nigerians used to.
True.
You get. Then for that formation, that is not Eric Shell. That is just not Eric Shell.
That is where it needs to change, right? We need to take off the kids' gloves when we do this.
I think we can attack better. We just want security.
So I basically have one security. See, Ola Aina. See, I expect that we are going to.
I think my formation also has one security because it's just Ndidi.
See, I expect that we are going to put a lot more pressure on Rwanda. That is why I want a Victor Moise on the field. You get. I want my 3 defenders closer to each other to protect themselves. One security basically in Frank Onyeka. So I have Ola Aina with freedom to bomb forward. Same with Moses Simon. Same also with Christantus and Iwobi. And the point is create. Christantus' instruction is midfield and support the attack, because I expect that Lookman is going to drift out wide and Christantus will be supporting the attack. But again, it's just it's just theory. It is just theory.
Because you don't even have NIS.
I don't even have a coaching license.
No NIS certificates.
Okay, but finally,
yeah.
right? Just to drop it in, up till now, the arbitration committee has not decided on South Africa losing 3 points or not. Now, just to give context, if South Africa lose 3 points, they come down to 10 points. They are currently on 13 points. We are on 7 points. So if they lose 3 points, come down to 10 points, and we win all our remaining matches, including their game, we are basically there. Because we are playing everybody that has 8 points above us. We'll play Rwanda, we beat them, we go to 10. We are going to play Benin on the last match day. So if we beat everybody that is in front of us and they drop their points, we get to go to the World Cup. Why have they not decided yet, Kelvin?
And so I think we already talked about this before we came on camera. We know that FIFA is probably dragging their foot because they know that I don't want to politicize it by saying that the president.
Just gonna say please. Yeah, perfect. You mean the president of?
I don't really want to politicize it by saying that the president of the CAF president is a South African. But this was, if you just take your mind back, this was the same thing that happened to us in 2008.
Shehu Abdullahi.
Shehu Abdullahi had 2 yellow cards, and we played him against Algeria. So when he played against Algeria away from home, FIFA came back, counted those 2 yellow cards, and we were docked.
Even though Algeria did not.
Even though
did not file a petition.
We won that game.
And we won the game.
And that was coincidentally that was the only game that Anthony Wakeme played for Nigeria. So the moment that we struck of them is never played for Nigeria. We won that game. So when that 3 points was taken off, we were still able to qualify, right? But South Africa are probably looking at what other angles. But hey, personally, I think FIFA will definitely dock this point. So this is what I think. This is what I think we are going to do. The moment we get a win here, see, I'm speaking prophetically because the moment we get a win here, 3 points, and we go to Bloemfontein and we get another 3 points, that's 6 points, and we are doing bumper to bumper with them. Then the NFF can now write officially to CAF, to FIFA, to CAS to get those points docked off them, because we need those points out before the next 2 games. Last question. If we don't get maximum 3 points here, let's not talk about it. If we don't get maximum 3 points here, how much of a failing is that in Nigerian football? So it's a failing all round. I'm going to take away the fans because the bulk of the players this is it. The bulk of the players that are trying to qualify us for this 2026 FIFA World Cup in the US, Mexico, and Canada were the same players that failed to make it in 2022. Mostly. Almost everybody. The goalkeeper was not there, right? Maybe just a few people. Bassi was not there, but I know Chidozie Awazim was there. Put it like this: 80% of the squad. So let's even say 75%. So 2 times, it will be criminal. I agree. It is going to be criminal. I agree. If we miss back-to-back World Cups. See, people will say it is not our right to qualify. But I can tell you categorically that it is our right as a football-loving nation. If Brazil does not qualify for the World Cup, it is a problem. They can call a state of emergency. Italy like they should not qualify for World Cup or Euro. But for us, if we've missed out on one, we should not miss out. We should not miss out on another one. All right, so there you have it. Myself and Kelvin Ekerete have been talking about the Super Eagles, Nigeria versus Rwanda, under the rain, and South Africa versus Nigeria. And we'll post the video. Follow with Victor Modo on YouTube. Follow at Bold Sport on YouTube. Connect, let's engage. All updates coming out from camp, you're going to get it from these channels. Thank you very much, Kelvin. Let's make magic happen. We'll do this again. My God.